Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to Monday. It feels so good, doesn't it, to start the week all over again. Get right back to work. Thought that weekend would never end. 888-900-3393. At Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got a brand new bingo card this week. Got so much to get to and talk about. Stacks and piles of things for you. But our bingo, Pat Gray bingo card, which is pinned to the top of the Twitter page.
At Pat Unleashed.
Starts out Comrade. Then Keith, good band name.
Oh, yeah, good band name.
What am I resisting?
Who, in whose conception, under what paradigm?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just resisting. What am I resisting?
What am I resisting?
I don't know. The collectivization of manufacture, the institutionalization of the human psyche. I'm not sure. But I can tell you one thing. This is a symbol of reversibility that can never eradicate the gun from the earth.
There you go. What he said. What he said.
There's a lot there.
Yeah, there really is. Poked with pickle forks. Jeffy, think about it.
Think about it.
Think about it. Nanner sandwich?
Oh.
Yeah, man, give me another nanner sandwich. Irregardless. Just stumbled into last week because of the dictionary situation. The liberal weenie voice? No, honey, no. 2 minutes and 60 seconds? All right.
You don't recall that, do you?
I do not.
Okay. Yeah, I think you used that one time.
Okay.
To which we helped you understand that's 3 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Biden, the villages.
The villages.
America's friendliest hometown.
The villages. America's friendliest
There he is.
hometown.
The villages. Jeffy Jr. Oinks. That would be that. It's on like Donkey Kong. The ever popular sniff. That's going to be like a free square. That happens about 80 times a morning. Punches above their weight. Oh, yeah. All kinds of different countries.
They punch above their weight. Yeah, that's what they do.
I got Obama here on that somewhere. And it will sound a little bit like this.
That's fairly typical of the way that Danes have
punched above their weight
in international affairs.
Fair.
I've said this before, but I want to repeat. Norway punches above its weight. We have no stronger ally than the Netherlands.
Yeah.
They consistently punch above their weight. Ireland punches above its weight.
No
It's
question.
a small country. The Philippines is not the largest of countries,
but
using a phrase from boxing,
like I've
punches
had
above
many
its weight.
times. I mean, come on.
Does he just carry around, you think, the same talking points?
He must.
And just like when they get to the next country, they mark off Danes and they put the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
Then we get to buffoon, douche. I take responsibility. This time, he's pissed. Je ne sais quoi. Keith, I contend. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. All I'm saying is they're going to burn in the fires of hell.
Sure.
That type of thing. Mel Gibson, heavy breathing. You don't care. That's always worth playing.
That is worth playing. Yeah. I was.
So weird.
You don't care.
I thought last week when Jeffy did that after I ran out of breath trying to just spew whatever I was talking about. That was good. Very funny.
Jeffy, how about no? How about no? And 15 minutes of material jammed into 2 hours. So
that's today's problem, right?
Yes. It's almost always a problem. You got 15 minutes of really solid entertainment that's going to thrill and delight you, and only 2 hours with which to do it. It just shows you how jam-packed we are.
Jam-packed.
Oh, I also want to thank Andrea McKenna. Andrea sent us this. This beautiful box of cookies. I don't know who does this, but holy cow. Good cookies.
Oh.
Look at these. Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see them. And I'm about to eat them.
These are not Keebler cookies. You know what I'm saying?
These aren't out of the Nabisco pack?
No. These are all natural. They're not made with lard. They're made with real butter. You know, a lot of these cookie companies that charge an arm and a leg for cookies make their cookies with lard.
Ugh.
Not my wife.
No.
Or whoever does these. I'm not sure. But Andrea, thank you so much for sending us a dozen cookies from Scrumptious Cookies. Scrumptiouscookie.com.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've got lunch
awesome?
now.
You've got lunch
Yay.
and dinner. I mean, these things will fill you up.
Yeah.
888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got some tweets as well to deal with. Have come over the last couple of days. Gator fan Jen tweets, this is about the mispronounced words, I guess, that we had last week.
Mm-hmm.
The dictionary is just accepting all kinds of things.
Right. And
what was the thing? It was irregardless.
Irregardless.
Yeah.
Now considered a word. I would refuse to say that it is a word.
By the way, we're talking about tweets right now, so does irregardless just count?
No.
Let's just make that clear.
Yeah, thank you. way to slip that in. Yeah, if it happens within the realm of us reading tweets, it doesn't count.
Because that makes it too easy.
Yeah, because
everybody just leads us down that road, and they know we'll do it. Yeah. So you forgot February in your dictionary suggestions. The R in February is often forgotten. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know anybody that says February.
Yeah, I'm going to let that one go.
Me too.
Because
everybody says it.
Yeah.
And I think, to me, the R is sort of silent.
Because think about it. If you were walking around saying,
February.
I'll see you on Valentine's Day, February 14th. You get your face punched in. Stop.
Yeah.
No one's going to say February.
I never hear it.
Sorry, Jen.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not going there with you.
Justin Souls tweets, COVID-19 death rate. Death rate is so low, you're now more in danger of being killed by a Clinton.
Well, I think that was always top of the list of what the most dangerous thing in our society is, being killed by a Clinton. That's good stuff.
Yesterday, the USA Today tweeted out this ridiculous propaganda against President Trump. The claim: Trump campaign shirts feature Imperial Eagle, a Nazi symbol. Oh my gosh.
It's unreal.
Oh my, you know that eagle with the swastika underneath it?
Mm-hmm.
But do you know the eagle that is everywhere in American society?
I mean, it is the official bird of the nation, after all.
So it was almost a turkey if Ben Franklin had his way.
Yeah.
Fact check. Trump campaign T-shirt design similar to Nazi eagle. Clarification, USA Today. The claim that Trump 2020 has put out a T-shirt with a symbol similar to a Nazi eagle and is being criticized for it is true.
It's true. So they stuck by their guns.
Worth noting, the eagle is a longtime U.S. symbol, too.
Oh, so they went from fact check true, Trump is selling a Nazi emblem, to, let's just clarify, that's still true, but I guess the eagle is associated with the United States, too.
It's just unbelievable.
You're trying too hard, USA Today.
So then Lauren Chen of The Blaze tweeted this out. This is great. The claim: Trump seen drinking water, a favorite beverage of Hitler and other Nazis. Also used in drownings worldwide and responsible for natural disasters resulting in millions of deaths. Our ruling: true.
True.
Worth noting, water is also necessary for all life on Earth.
So well done.
That's brilliant, Lauren. That's brilliant. Really awesome.
Oh, boy. That's good.
But just to show you what he's up against, and you know this, but it's proven every day, multiple times a day. How can you possibly deem that true? Then NBC News last week puts up this headline. A desperate Trump bets on racism in 2020 election.
A desperate Trump bets on racism in 2020 election. What section of NBC News do you think that was located in, Pat?
I'm hoping it was in the opinion section, the editorial page, but I'm pretty sure the answer would be no on that.
Sorry.
Right? It's in the politics section.
Politics, yeah. I mean, there is an opinion section at NBCnews.com. It could have easily put it over there, but no. That was in the politics section. So fair and balanced, NBC News.
That is despicable. To call yourself a news organization when that's the kind of stuff you print every single day.
And that's what Trump's up against.
Yeah,
what we just saw there, going so far out of their way to try to paint him into something he's not.
Really amazing.
Yep.
Also, over the weekend, Disney World reopened. You see that?
Yeah. Pat, I don't know if you recall, but the family and I plan on going there soon.
Do you?
But
are you going to cancel that, or are you going to keep it? You're going to keep the...
I will not wear a mask anywhere on the Disney property. So if that is a prerequisite, I'm out.
But you're not worried about the crowds.
No.
And the COVID thing.
No, I'm worried about wearing a mask.
Yeah. In the heat.
I was going to say in the heat, but
freaking summer
I just mean
heat.
Period.
Yeah, but
not
it's so
it.
much worse in the heat. You walk outside and it's 100 degrees, and you got a mask on.
But we live in Texas. It's not like A, it gets really hot here, or B, our governor says you must wear one in all public spaces.
Boy, that's pissed people off.
Oh, he is playing with fire right now.
I did the News and Why It Matters on Friday night, and Sarah Gonzalez said she's done with him because of it.
Yeah,
She's done with him.
Yeah, I'm right there. It's
wow.
It's bad. Yeah, this is.
I'm not done with him. I just think he's freaked out a little bit too much over this.
I will never say never or definite on a politician because I have the right to change my mind right up until I walk into the polling booth. Yep. However, the gun thing that he messed around with a couple years ago after the Santa Fe high school shooting, and now with this is tyranny right here. This isn't what good conservatives or constitutionalists preach. Mm-hmm. Greg Abbott, he follows the Constitution. It doesn't feel like that's being followed here. This process, we elect representatives to make laws. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, we elected him, but a memorandum telling me what I can and can't do in my vehicle? Mm-hmm. Screw that. Mm-hmm. No, thank you. No.
Yeah, people are pissed. And, the numbers. We can talk about the numbers.
Oh,
the numbers are pretty skewed. You've got that interesting... it's right here.
Which one you're looking for? There's so many interesting numbers out there right now. I don't know if you want...
Oh, this is...
Okay, what do you got?
You weren't exaggerating. Because when you read me the story, I said, wait, are you exaggerating?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Looks like you're not exaggerating.
What are we talking about now?
Texas government lacks timely data for 90% of coronavirus cases.
Right. The spike is
90% legacy.
We've got old data rolling out now that's piling up on top of itself, and now we've got a spike. Shut up.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, I'm so over this.
That's despicable.
We are destroying our society.
Come
on horribly faulty data.
And here's the thing. This is happening all over the country. Yeah. They're doing this kind of stuff everywhere. Why? I guess to keep us under their thumb.
Oh, magically, COVID-19, if Joe Biden wins, God rest your soul, America, the next day, the headline is going to be some magic cure, something. Oh my gosh, look how great the news is on COVID-19. We won, America.
Mm-hmm.
This is the election year flu.
Yeah. On November 4th. Oh, by the way, this whole COVID thing, it's all overblown. I don't know who got out of control, but let's go back to work, everybody.
Oh, look, yeah. We just reworked the numbers.
And everything's fine. Nobody died.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was all something that was in your mind there.
Yeah.
And one of your great bits is that, oh, crap, we forgot to carry the one. We're good. Go back to work and school. Sorry, y'all. False alarm.
You know it. That's if he, and heaven forbid, he wins.
Right.
Alarming reports of surging coronavirus infections in Texas are muddied by opaque gaps in state-reported data here, leaving the true status of the virus's progression in this state uncertain and possibly less dire than many are making it out to seem.
What?
Huh. The state's COVID-19 dashboard has been recording increasingly high numbers of cases in recent days. This week saw 2 consecutive days of new cases at around 10,000 each. In Florida, they just had 15,300.
In Florida, some of the testing labs are returning 100% infection rates.
Oh, yeah, everybody's got it. Everybody has it.
Why are we even testing anymore?
Congratulations.
Everybody's got it.
Those numbers have led to increasing fears that the coronavirus pandemic is growing out of control in Texas, with authorities worrying that hospital systems will soon be overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. Deaths will begin to skyrocket. Yet it's not actually clear. How many of the cases being announced by the state actually correspond to the dates in which they're posted? Resolving that data is critical simply because without it, public health officials and epidemiologists have no way of knowing the present path the virus is taking.
There's literally
right
no solid answer.
That is nuts.
It's madness. I thought when you were talking about the Texas stuff, because I thought you were going to refer to the tweet that I sent out, I don't know, it was yesterday or Saturday,
with just
of Tarrant County. Okay, so Tarrant County is Fort Worth.
And other suburbs.
Sure. But just for perspective, if you're listening outside of the area here, 0.0003%, yes, I checked the math, it's accurate, of the population is currently occupying COVID beds in hospitals here.
0.003.
No, three zeros and then a 3, okay? Also, there have been a grand total of 262 deaths to COVID in Tarrant County, where Fort Worth lies. So it's a big county, a lot of population.
It's huge.
The population is 2.103 million. So we have 262 deaths. But 2/3 of those deaths have been in the age range of 65 and plus. The elderly, right? So that leaves 0.00004% death rate if you're under the age of 65 in Tarrant County. But be sure to wear a mask if you step outside your house.
You're more likely to die in the bathtub if you're under 65. Seriously.
Ta-da! What's the lightning? What's the lightning chances? Do we know?
Probably bigger than that.
I'm going to find out. It's just, we are destroying our quality of life, any future our children have. We are doing untold damage to other health issues that are coming down the pike because of this insanity. For what?
I will tell you, I was a little nervous, though, Friday at the wedding that you went to as well. Jeffy went to as well. We had a wedding of one of our friends here, and it was great. But there wasn't a lot of social distancing going on, and there were almost no masks, and a lot of handshaking and hugging.
Most of the people that wore masks were visiting the area from the Northeast.
Yeah, and that bothered me because I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you've been. Told one of my good friends, Jeremy, that because he lives in Ohio now, or Kentucky. He lives in Kentucky now.
Yeah, he's loving Bashir, by the way.
And he flies. He works for FedEx, so he flies all over the world. Or is it UPS? I don't know. It's one of those.
FedEx.
Anyway, he flies all over the world. He's in Southeast Asia all the time, and he wants to shake hands or hug. No. No,
oh, really? You weren't a handshaker Friday night?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not. I have given up handshaking. For Lent.
That's fine.
And for good, probably. I just think it's a good safety tip right now. You know, so while I'm not hysterical about it, I am a tad nervous.
That's your precaution, right?
Yeah, that's my precaution.
And it's not what you just said doesn't infringe on my rights. If you don't want to shake my hand, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, what's your problem?
Right. I think most people understand when you say, I'm trying to avoid that now.
And that's what we did Friday night, is you kind of felt the other person out, like, all right, are we shaking?
I saw a lot of people just jump in and go for it, though.
Right, yeah.
Because they were excited to see people they haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, well, when I got there, the groom's dad handed me a shot of whiskey and gave me a hug, and I was like, oh, you could hug me all night if you're going to keep handing me stuff like this. We're good, man. So anyhow.
Well, the whiskey will kill any germs.
Sure.
So that's great.
Right. It was and totally I'm with you, but see, that's a personal choice. That's like in other words, you did not have to go to that wedding if you chose not to. Right? You weren't mandated like we are here in Texas to any of the precautions you took. No one's forcing you to. These are your choices.
I thought they were going to force us to wear masks, too.
I thought we were supposed to wear masks.
It said, because I think it said on the invitation, please wear a mask, or you must wear a mask, or something to that effect. Well, nobody did.
I was told through a back channel that show up with a mask, and as soon as you get inside the reception hall,
you can take it off.
Just take it off. But no one even
nobody
even
bothered to do that. I don't think anybody even had one with them.
Right.
I think I saw 2 people with masks. There were, I don't know, 100, 150.
Yeah.
Great though. Really a nice wedding. It's just kind of weird to dive into the deep end of normalcy like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm totally prepared for that. So I was thinking, well, then would I go to a football game? And I think I would, because that's outside. This was inside. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think there are going to be very many football games this year.
I hope that the bride and groom, I suggested this, that they took a picture with all the family while wearing a mask. Because I hope they can look back and see this time as, oh, that was during the crazy COVID thing, as opposed to, oh, that's normal. Everyone's there with a picture with masks on.
That's where all this madness began.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope not. Yeah, that would be. They should definitely document it either way because it's so unusual and such an amazing time in history.
Yeah.
All right, let me take 60 seconds and tell you about Tommy John. If you want to know the secret to staying sweat-free this summer, I recommend Tommy John's ultra-breathable underwear and bras. Not that I've worn the bras, but I...
that you're going to admit. I got it.
Right.
We're cool. You're among friends. I got you. Tommy John's needs to make some masks,
But
too.
they tell me that the bras are really breathable as well. They have a range of summer-ready, breathable options, but their cool cotton underwear for men and women is like having your own on-body AC unit. Plus, it's so comfortable, and they're so soft, and they feel so great on you.
I'm sorry, Pat. My wheels are turning. That might be my new mask. Tommy John underwear around my face.
That is not that bad an idea.
It is not a bad idea.
It's a really good idea, in fact. Yeah, because it is breathable.
Yes, it is. I know how comfortable they are downstairs. I'm going to try them upstairs now.
You might look a little strange wearing underwear on your face, but
it's 2020, man. If there's any time you can get away with it, it's now.
Nobody cares. Tommy John's Cool Cotton is made from premium natural Pima cotton for enhanced airflow, and it evaporates sweat super fast. It'll keep you drier, cooler, and more comfortable when the heat is on, and it is right now in most places in this country. So for a limited time, go to TommyJohn.com/unleashed. Get 20% off your first order. That's TommyJohn.com/unleashed for 20% off. TommyJohn.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray.
Okay, so then, as if all that weren't enough, now you've got this chart too. Do we have the chart that we could show on TV?
Which one?
Be on alert because here's what's coming next. According to Ethical Skeptic.
That was the prediction from June 14th.
Yeah,
from
this legacy data laundering is interesting because a lot of these cases apparently come from the past. And some of them are current.
Look at that.
Did we already show that?
Yeah, I think
okay.
Yeah. So that goes along with that story that you had as well, yeah.
Yeah, that's just incredible to me.
Yep.
That cases to date, 36 million, 11% of the U.S. population. CDC's best case scenario arrivals, detected and reported cases. What's happening is the numbers are all jumbled up.
Yes, and this predicted the spike that we're seeing now because that spike begins on June 14th, and then boom, here we go. Now it's playing out just as predicted 1 month ago.
Fascinating. Isn't that fascinating? And again, Florida smashed their single-day record to about 15,300 confirmed cases. But again, how many of those are actually honestly new, and how many of them are from the past? And the contact tracing thing. Who was just telling us? It was somebody at the wedding.
Really?
Were you hearing that story? Somebody was contact traced. No, I know. It was the doctor you sent.
Okay, send the video.
So the doctor you sent, Matt Ogle, I think, Dr. Matt Ogle.
Yeah.
Is his name. And he came in contact with somebody who was COVID-19 positive. So they contact traced all of his background, and the doctor was one of the people he'd come in contact with. So the doctor's doing this video, and I think, did we have that, or is that?
No, I didn't pull it. Yeah, we could tweet that out at Pat Unleashed if you like.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Mm-hmm. So the doctor's gets a phone call. Hey, you are in somebody's contact tracing line, and so we need to ask you some questions. Oh, okay. Are you having any symptoms? No, I'm not. Okay. Are you? We're gonna have to ask you to voluntarily quarantine yourself for 14 days. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Nah, pass.
I'm gonna pass on that. No, but you have to. Well, no, I'm not going to. Okay, well, then we're gonna call you every single day for the next 2 weeks. I don't want you to do that. And so
we're going to go ahead and put you down as
as COVID positive.
COVID positive because
if you had, he said, if you answer one of their questions, yes, like, do you have any symptoms? Do you have any symptoms of any kind of illness? If you have a runny nose, and what was the other thing? It wasn't a fever. It was, I don't know, headache or something.
It was something so minor.
Yeah, so it could be easily a common cold or allergies.
Have you stubbed your toe in the last 2 weeks?
And it wasn't about a fever. It was about a runny nose and some other mild symptom. If you say yes to those, they mark you down as positive.
I mean, in the middle of allergy season, they can ask you this.
How many times has that happened then?
Right.
How many people have allergies that are being listed as COVID-19?
Let's just get it over with. Say everyone is tested.
Everybody's got it.
Everybody's got it. We're done, okay? 100% infection rate. We're gone. Okay, move on now.
That'd be easier.
It's madness how they are adding up these numbers.
It is. And they're just skewing them for some reason to scare the crap out of the American people, to continue to make Trump look bad for one thing, and to continue to control us.
Election year flu.
Is there a better way to control a population than with something like this? I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. And it's so pathetic. It's so, again, let me see if I can say this without if you want to wear a mask, please feel free to wear a mask, okay?
You've never had a problem with that.
It should not be a government mandate.
Right.
That has been our position for 4 months now. But when we're seeing these video after video after video of people getting accosted by these Karens, back off. No one is forcing you to go out, Karen. Okay? If you're that nervous, I hope we get to it today. There's a 2-minute clip of a guy at a Walmart just minding his own business, but 2 chicks wearing masks accost him from both sides because he's not wearing one. Guy's a hero as far as I'm concerned. Stood his ground.
To take a picture of me, does that make you feel better? Why don't you get a life, lady?
Dude, I have a life.
No, and they're going around taking pictures of people?
Yes, because of what you're doing. Can you not follow the lines on the floor?
Keep your mouth running.
The governor, the mayor is asking us all to wear masks. And look at you, not wearing a mask.
Oh, dear.
I wear a mask to protect myself.
Political, it's unbelievable. Now you have accosted me in this store.
You've accosted me when you came upon me within 6 feet not wearing a mask.
And if you're going to keep this up, maybe we'll get the police department in here.
Hey, Mom, why don't you call 911 then?
Yeah. I'm going another one. You people are like monkeys falling out of a tree.
No, you're the monkey that has it.
That's great.
Those knuckles that you've not evolved.
Okay, how's that grab you?
Ever heard of Darwinism, evolution, evolve, mister?
Why don't you burn something down?
Why don't you go back to where you were?
Why don't you
Evolve, mister, evolve.
You know?
Are you burning crosses? Are you burning crosses?
For gosh sakes.
For real?
No, you're the idiot.
Yeah.
No.
You're the ones playing your life on a freaking computer. You have no life. So this is why
It's not a computer.
Dude, I'm out doing my shopping.
Unbelievable.
You're unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good luck with the virus. Good luck with the virus. Your whole family tree is getting cut off at its roots.
Man, oh man.
Just they go on and on. And the comebacks just get better and better from Karen, though. Right up to the bitter end.
She just says what he says, pretty much.
Yeah, he goes,
says it back to him.
What does he say? I don't know. Stop being what was the thing at the very end? I don't know. She goes, I'd rather be a smartass than a dumb one like you. Oh, boy. I see, right now, this is the prequel. What we're going through right now, the masks are the prequel to the vaccine wars. And when the vaccine wars start, and they start threatening you and mandating your kids to go to school, have to get a vaccine, or you, if you want a driver's license, got to get a vaccine, that's when it's going to get even uglier than this. This is scary time.
That's why they keep this thing going.
Yep.
That's exactly why they keep it going. They found a way to control us. And look at how people have responded to government control. Oh, they're perfectly fine with it. Absolutely fine. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Got some tweets here from Simple-Minded American. Maybe they don't actually have the virus. Maybe they just heard Pat read that endless list of symptoms last week, and they all had just one symptom. Maybe low gas mileage.
Oh, yeah, that was on the list.
That was one of them.
Diaper rash is also on there, remember?
Yeah. Libertarian porcupine. Little known fact, The Declaration of Independence was integral in the rise of the Nazis. You see, Hitler wrote things on paper, too. Oh, wow.
USA Today fact check.
Fact check. Pastor Sam Burton, take your mask off, go outside, and breathe some fresh air. There's plenty to go around since no one else is breathing it right now.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty out there. And get some sunshine, y'all.
And again, I have to say, if you are inclined to wear a mask and that makes you feel better, you should wear a mask. We're not saying there's anything wrong with that. The only thing we're saying is it's wrong for the government to mandate that we do that. It's not. First of all, does anybody remember at the beginning of this when Fauci and every other doctor was saying these are not effective? They don't work. They will not stop the virus. Now, all of a sudden, they're the most important tool in the world in keeping you safe. Listen to the Surgeon General. He was on, he was being grilled, as they all are, and he was challenged on his initial thoughts that masks were worthless. U.S. Surgeon General. And it goes a little something like video number 3.
All right. It's loading as we speak.
Goes something like what would happen if it was loaded already, but I guess it's not. Okay. So we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Jeffy's 18 Spoons, 100% positive rates in Florida labs. Seems low to me.
Yeah, I mean, it is Florida.
Right.
That's a fair point.
Right?
Fair point.
Yeah, there's probably some hanging tabs in the labs.
Hanging chads, pregnant chads in the lab.
No, I think with the virus, they're tabs.
Oh,
yeah. In the voting booth, they're chads.
I gotcha. Yeah, but my bad.
Shall not be infringed. Keith, don't forget to wash your tummy jods before using as a face mask.
Sure, of course. It goes without saying.
That's a really good safety tip right there. That would be nasty. Kool-Aid drinker. So diving into the metrics of COVID deaths, there's no way to tell how many people have died of COVID.
Exactly. That is exactly where we're at. Don't trust any number you see. It's madness, man.
It's unfortunate, too, because the fact that we just can't trust anybody's information anymore.
Nope.
Medical professionals, politicians, because it's all now in the political realm.
In fact, they've reworked the numbers from biblical times. And Babylon B has an important headline to share with the world.
Bible experts determined that Goliath died of COVID-19.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
So I guess the stone to the forehead
didn't do a thing.
And then having his head chopped off.
Right. Those are side effects. Of COVID-19.
Yeah. What really dropped him in the first place was the COVID.
Right. Exactly. So now you know.
All right. Here's the U.S. Surgeon General being challenged on his initial statement, and I mean, watch it and then we'll talk about it.
Critically important for people to know COVID stops with me. We have the power to turn this thing around.
Okay, let's start there then, because you are wearing a mask. You are clearly trying to make a point. At the beginning of April is when the administration started telling the public to wear masks. But just the last time you were with us here on Face the Nation, March 8th, you said this. Let's listen.
And stay safe by washing your hands, by covering your cough, by staying home if you're sick. Masks do not work for the general public in preventing them from getting coronavirus.
Right. And the week before that, you tweeted in all caps, seriously, people, stop buying masks. You said they were not effective. Do you regret saying that?
Well, it's important for people to understand that once upon a time, we prescribed cigarettes for asthmatics and leeches and cocaine and heroin
Pause it
for
for
people.
a second. You can't go back to ancient history like that.
Boy, he had that talking point sitting on top of the pile.
Well, what if they ask you about what you said last time? Well, I'm going to tell them cigarette smoking, we liked it at first. I mean, come on. This is 2020. You can't get away with that BS explanation. You didn't know that a mask was effective at the beginning and you said it was the opposite? No, stop it. You caved into political pressure, and everybody thought that by wearing a mask they'd be safe, and it was a feel-good situation, and so you gave into that. It's no more effective than you said it was in the beginning. All right.
Important for people to understand that once upon a time we prescribed cigarettes for asthmatics and leeches and cocaine and heroin for people as medical treatments.
That's
when
ridiculous.
we learn better, we do better. And the WHO,
Are you saying
the CDC,
at that time you did not know because the CDC in February was looking at asymptomatic transmission of the virus?
We were looking at that, but the CDC, the WHO, and even in May there was a New England Journal of Medicine article that still disputed whether or not masks were effective. We've learned more about asymptomatic spread. Up to 50% of people who can spread this disease spread it without having symptoms. And that's why the American people
and we'll
need
hear
to know
something different
that
tomorrow.
Science is about giving the best recommendations you can, and when you learn more, you change those recommendations. Our recommendations have changed.
Okay.
Now, people of America, important to know you should wear a face covering.
And we certainly do.
When out in public.
We certainly do take that advice, but I think you have to acknowledge that this mixed messaging has created confusion, and it has drawn into question some of the credibility of the administration.
Yeah.
Are you certain
that
this wasn't just done because of a shortage? Well, I'd like you to clarify it. Were you saying that then because there just wasn't enough equipment?
I was saying that then because everything we knew about coronaviruses before that point told us that people were not likely to spread when they were asymptomatic. So the science at the time suggested that there was not a high degree of asymptomatic spread. We learned more. There also was, as you mentioned, a very real concern about hoarding of PPE and people dressing up in trash bags as healthcare workers. That was a part of it, but the primary reason was because that's what the science said. And I want the American people to understand we follow the science, and when we learn more, our recommendations change. But it's hard when people are continuing to
I've
talk
heard
about
enough.
things.
It's just so ridiculous. All right, this is why. This is why we dispute what scientists say on such a regular basis, because they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know definitive answers. They change their answers on a weekly basis. I mean, that is amazing. But still, you're supposed to, everything they say about climate change or wearing masks or asymptomatic people, you're just supposed to take it to the bank. And then when they change completely the next day, you take that to the bank. And then when they change it back to the original statement, you take that to the bank. Otherwise, you're a science denier. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything.
Wow. It is everything.
Remember, it used to be.
It is everything.
It used to be eggs were bad for you. Oh no, have an egg. Cholesterol, whatever. Yeah, it's just it's a new thing every time.
Eat margarine instead of real butter.
Right.
No, there's lots of chemicals in that. It's not good for you. It's better to have butter than margarine. Okay. Then eggs are bad again. Then eggs are good again. You can't keep up.
It's seriously.
All right, let me tell you about Rough Greens VitaSmart. If your dog means a lot to you, like whose dog doesn't? That's why we have them, right? Because we love our dogs and we want the best for them. And so if you want the best for your dog's nutrition, you need to try out Rough Greens VitaSmart. All kinds of nutrients are packed in this. Vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, probiotics, omega oils. It's a really long list. And they're not getting any of that from the dry kibble dog food you probably feed them because it's all burned out in the sterilization process so that the dog food can last up to 3 years on the store shelf. So that food is dead food. This puts live nutrients back into your dog's food. It's a great supplement that helps keep your dog happy and healthy and frisky. Take the Rough Greens 14-Day Jumpstart Challenge today for just $14.95. And see the difference in your dog in 14 days or less. If you want to see your dog thrive again, go to roughgreens.com/blaze. That's ruffgreens.com/blaze.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
You know who's a genius is Eminem. We can listen to him, and when he tells us something, then you can take that.
So that's our new Surgeon General.
Gospel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's apparently slamming Drew Brees and people who refuse to wear masks in a new Kid Cudi song.
Wait, look at that. Look at that picture we have on the Blaze there. I mean, is he also got bad words for people that make belts?
It's Kid Cudi. Thank you, Barton.
I mean, pick your pants up, man.
I know. Look at that. Look at that.
Nice.
That's great. Unbelievable.
Okay.
On Friday, the controversial rapper released a new collaboration with Kid Cudi, The Adventures of Moon Man and Slim Shady.
It should be Cutie.
Features plenty of topical lyrics ranging from the coronavirus pandemic to Black Lives Matter.
Okay, so we got some good art coming up?
Yeah, we do. That's New Orleans. What? F Drew Brees. Eminem raps at the start of his verse. F Drew Brees, he caved in like nobody has ever caved in history. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It just goes to show that no matter what you do, it's not good enough for them.
Correct.
He then goes in on COVID-19, specifically calling out people who choose not to wear masks to help spread the virus. By the way, he's not wearing a mask in the video. Don't want to wear a mask, and they're just scoffing. And that's how you end up catching the S off them. Yeah, that doesn't rhyme, Eminem. I don't know if you're aware of that. I just used the same basket as you shopping. Now I'm in an effing casket from you coughing.
Oh, that's art right there.
Shut up.
That's supposed to make me want to wear a mask?
Why don't you keep your hands off your crotch, and maybe that'll help stop the spread of the disease.
Maybe so.
Maybe that'd be helpful.
A side note, when's the last time you saw Eminem at Walmart?
It's been a while.
Has it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, Marshall Mathers, yeah.
Also, they thoroughly clean those baskets after you use them, too. Every grocery store in the world right now is scrubbing them down with the bleach and with the disinfectant and all of that. So if you're the next guy who uses the shopping cart, you don't have to worry about that. And don't worry, because your mask should protect you from whatever coughing happened, right? Shouldn't the mask stop all of it? I would think so. Which, of course, it doesn't. Then we get this little gem from an employee at, is this Bed Bath and... No, it's Bath Body Works.
Bath Body Works. So a guy walks into the store.
Somebody walks into the store, and they're actually wearing a mask.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the right messaging on it.
Right. It's a Trump mask. Trump 2020.
Are you the manager? Bath and Body Works? What did you say again, ma'am? You said Donald Trump.
Whoa!
Golly!
I didn't bleep that one.
Oopsies! Can we dump that?
And she says,
she said F Donald Trump.
Yeah. She said, yeah, because that's how I feel. Okay, but you're an employee at a store.
And you shouldn't be bashing the customers when they walk in. But they don't care. That's how much the message means to them. That's how much it means to them. So, has she been fired yet? I wonder. Because if that was the other side, if that was somebody on the right saying something about Joe Biden that way to a customer, they'd be gone by now. Also, a Colorado town threatens residents with a year in jail if they defy the mandatory face mask order.
Oh, let me be the test case. What town is this? Does it say?
Yeah, it's Englewood, Colorado. Threatening residents with up to a year behind bars and large fines if they disobey face mask requirements implemented in response to the virus. Mayor of Englewood, Colorado, with the blessing of the city council, imposed an emergency order that went into effect last Thursday, mandating that every person over the age of 6 wear a mask outside his or her home. Wow. First offenders face $15 fines. Second offenders have to pay $25.
Okay.
But the maximum penalty is $2,650 and 360 days behind bars, or both. I'd like to test the constitutionality of that.
Right?
I really would.
Now, in Texas, the fine is $250.
Nobody's being fined, though,
$250.
from what I've heard.
Absolutely. I had a long conversation with a police officer over the weekend, and he mentioned to me that nobody in law enforcement
is going to find them.
Is going to uphold this stupid governor.
Even
Abbott
if they're not out
edict.
yelling about it, that's great. That they're just secretly, I'm not doing that. That's great. Thank you, law enforcement officers. Thanks for all you do. Yeah. And for that, because that's...
Please stay safe.
Yeah, jeez. Oh, my gosh. The just heart-wrenching ambush of 2 Texas police officers over the weekend.
Horrible.
Responding to a domestic dispute. Where was that? McAllen. I think it was in McAllen South, right on the border there. And they were called to a domestic dispute. When they knock on the door, the guy shoots them both dead.
Horrible.
Really horrific. And so the daughter of one of them talked about what a great dad she had and how she misses him.
On Twitter.
And then she put hashtag Blue Lives Matter and had to delete it because of the backlash against her.
Oh, yeah, there were people.
Can you believe it?
It was grotesque. There were people this weekend just
hammering her.
And her.
She just lost her dad.
Right, and they were saying how just horrible things. It's just, what a sick world, man. Yep.
It's despicable.
If we can't unite that is wrong.
Yeah. And apparently we can't now.
And I would like to point out that every liberal news organization app that I have on my phone, nobody alerted me to the McAllen ambush of 2 police officers over the weekend. Only Fox News was the one that mentioned that. If a police officer had looked the wrong way at a suspect, or if a prisoner somewhere had a hangnail or something like that, then of course MSNBC, CNN, the whole usual suspects would have made sure I knew about that. But no, we can't take the time to tell you about 2 police officers shot and killed.
And the daughter of one of them can't even lament the loss of her dad
trying to honor
without
him,
getting hammered on Twitter.
Trying to honor him on Twitter.
It's evil. It's absolutely evil.
Yeah.
What's going on right now? Absolutely evil. Despicable. And in St. Louis, you know that couple that came out on their front lawn and were trying to defend their property just had their guns confiscated by St. Louis authorities over the weekend.
They will never see them again either.
Nope. We'll tell you about that coming up. Traffic and weather together every 7 minutes on the 4s. All morning long so that you can get there on time. I got some tweets here at Pat Unleashed. Brother Love's Pit of Hate tweets, somehow the left is good at cooking the books and burning books at the same time. Aren't they, though?
Yes, they are.
Bovine scatology. Scary that the people who are in charge of public health don't even know how to compile accurate data and make edicts on that data. Yeah. Reverend Chipotle. I'm just curious. A lot of our property tax money goes towards funding schools. If schools don't open up in the fall, when can I expect my refund check to show up in the mail?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't Betsy DeVos
the
actually suggest that?
Secretary said, look, if you guys aren't going to open up your school systems and send your checks to parents so they can better educate their kids at home, which homeschoolers, hi, we've been asking for that for quite a while.
Yeah. Get the money back so that you can use it to educate your kids at home. That would have been nice.
But instead,
23 years of that.
Yeah.
Instead, got to pay for the schools and not use them.
Yeah, it's been fun paying for large high school football stadiums here in this state in particular.
Then not being able to send your kids to school.
Right, that's fun.
For the extracurricular activity you're paying for.
Exactly.
And just have them participate in sports? Nope, sorry, you can't do that.
And our property taxes here are...
I'm paying for it. How can I not do that?
So high. So high. So then on top of that, we get to spend our money on course materials so that we can properly educate our children. It's good. It's fun. It's fun.
According to Dr. B, tweets, the solution to this mask shaming nonsense is to have Trump sign an EO for public mask wearing. The mainstream media will come out within the hour, listing all the reasons not to wear a mask.
So true.
Yes, sir. Exponentially irregardless tweets. Pat, are you experiencing a person high up in the government to admit they're wrong? Are you expecting, not experiencing? Are you expecting a person high up in the government to admit that they're wrong? Yeah, it's probably not a good expectation. It would just be nice. Yeah. Bovine scatology. If we have to wear a mask, then open up society. If they don't work, shut the hell up.
Thank you.
And drop the mandates.
Thank you.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
So we're shut down effectively, and we're expected to wear a mask.
Yes. Right. Now you got it.
And we're going along with that. Okay.
All right, we've got a video of what it will be like when the kids go back to school wearing the masks.
Oh, yeah. Some of these jurisdictions are saying kids are coming back, but they have to wear masks. Here we go.
From conservative mommy.
Yeah, this is funny.
You can't hear me? Is that better? Is that... Yeah, I can't hear you either. What kind of mask is that?
Hey, now when we go back into the school, you need to follow your arrow, okay?
No, your mask is not a parachute. So don't put things in your mask. It goes on your face.
And you don't go in her play circle. That's her play circle. That's your play circle. You stay in your play circle, okay? Everybody's in their own play circle.
Yeah, your mask is not a napkin, okay? See, I can wipe down your desk if you need it wiped down. Just don't use your mask. Is it Jake? Yeah, Jake, it's not a slingshot. Okay, yeah, you don't. I need you three in the back to take your masks off of your head. They're not hats, okay? Yeah, it doesn't go on your chin. Okay, it goes over your nose. Not here, not like this, okay? Over like this. Can we do that? Can we?
You can't touch his ball, okay? We're not sharing balls here. Nobody shares anybody's balls.
Caitlin, you're not to share Sophia's mask. Yeah, we don't trade masks. Is it Brecklin? Okay, Brecklin, we don't chew on the mask. You don't need to chew it. It's not gum. No, we don't have gum. I don't have any gum. Don't lick your mask. No licking. Oh my gosh, no, you can take the mask off when you have your snack. Yeah, it's okay. Just take it off. Your mask is not a purse. Your mask is not a basket.
Okay, I need everybody to line up 6 feet apart. Okay?
This line's gonna go around the entire school. I need you to stop touching your mask. I know, I keep touching my mask too. We need to wash hands. Wash hands. Everybody wash hands. You need to put your mask back on.
You feel like you're gonna pass out? Okay, take the mask off. Let's get you some water.
Don't color on your mask. No markers, no colors on the mask. No, your mask is not a Band-Aid. Do you need a Band-Aid? Let's not fling the mask. You don't need to fling it. Okay. Yes, she does have a very pretty mask. It's not better than yours.
Now I need to sanitize this. Where's the hand sanitizer? Anybody?
Maybe next week we'll work on math or reading, English, history, science. Maybe next week.
Right? Can you imagine?
It would. I mean, that and more. She probably didn't cover all the bases, but that's a lot. And that it will be. Of course, it's going to be like that. Especially in grade school. Of course, it's going to be like that.
It's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah. And then on the other hand, you got colleges who aren't going back to school, and they're just going to do courses online, and so you're paying your tuition. $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 for the year, and you're working online?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. And they didn't. In fact, USC, not only did they not lower the price because they're online, they raised the tuition. Wow, would I be pissed? I mean, and then you got Stanford, who canceled 11 sports. So after this year, after the 2021 season, 11 sports completely go away because they're, I guess, they were going to be 12 million in the hole, and now they're 25 million in the hole because of COVID-19. But they have an endowment of just $27.7 billion. So
that's what I'm not understanding.
Why don't you use it?
Right, you talk about that. They have the money.
They do have
It's like
the
a
money.
rainy day fund.
Yes.
And you talked about tuitions, in many cases like Stanford or USC, going up. But Harvard's at $60,000.
Mm-hmm.
We know they've got the money.
Oh, they've got $40 billion.
If ever there's a time to dip into the fund, is it not right now?
Yeah, it's right now. This is the rainy day. Use it. Keep those sports going.
Or just say, look, if we're going to do online only Harvard, which is you have that right, and then lower the.
We're going to cut tuition in half or whatever.
Yeah, and then we'll pay the rest out of our endowment that is sitting there making some nice interest, apparently.
They're supposedly. I don't know how the colleges get away with. They're the only ones not blamed for the high tuition costs. Mm-hmm. And they're the ones charging it. Harvard, if they wanted to, could send all 25,000 students to Harvard for free. 25,000 students a year, every year for 25 years. They could send for free with the endowment they have. In fact, more than that now, because that was based on, I think, like $25 billion. It's just insanity that, first of all, the government gets blamed for it. They're not the ones who are charging tuition. It's the colleges themselves. Why are they completely blameless in this? They can do whatever they want, and nobody ever says anything about it. Except these students now, because they're online and they want to be on the campus. And I don't blame them. There's all kinds of resources, like at a school like Harvard or Stanford or USC. You've got all kinds of resources you don't have at home. It's not the same. You're not getting the same education online that you'd be getting on campus. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. ABC's John Karl calling out Kayleigh McEnany for turning briefings into political stunts. She's trying to undermine the press, not inform. Check this out.
John, tell me about your op-ed for the Post. You've been in these briefings, front row for these briefings with Kayleigh McEnany, and they've been unlike any press briefing I've ever seen before.
Yeah, and I've been covering the White House on and off for a long time, Brian. I've been in that room under, I think it is now 14 different press secretaries, 4 different presidents. And I don't like to get into a personal back and forth with a press secretary.
Then don't.
But what I have seen is those briefings turn into political shows, political events. I believe very firmly that the White House press secretary is a public servant. His or her salary paid for by the taxpayers. Has a job to inform the public by informing the reporters that the public uses to get information. And, it's usually an intermediary role. Of course, the press secretary serves at the pleasure of the president, but this is a different job. She is not the spokesperson for a campaign. She is not the spokesperson for a political party. She is the spokesperson for the executive branch of the federal government of the United States. It is a different job. It is not a purely political job. And those briefings have begun to look purely political.
Yeah, you wrote in the op-ed on WashingtonPost.com that what she's doing up there is a violation of public trust.
Unreal.
I think the counter-argument that I often hear is, you all complained when there were no briefings, and now there are briefings.
Right.
And you're complaining again.
Yes.
What's your reaction?
Well, yeah, I think that the press secretary has a responsibility to hold briefings, and that's why I argued forcefully throughout my time as
and she's supposed to roll over and play dead. I can't take it anymore. When did John Karl turn into such a crybaby? If you can't take it as well as you dish it out, go home to your mommy. That is unbelievable. I mean, come on. Yeah.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Kayleigh McEnany stands up for herself and for the administration. She gives it back to them.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Oh, they can't take it. They can't take it. They want her to roll over and play dead. They want to be able to bash and ask whatever lunatic questions they want to ask, and there shouldn't be any pushback at all. Oh, shut up. If you can't handle it, seriously, get out of the White House press corps. That is pathetic.
And kudos to her. I'm sorry.
I love her.
I did not see that coming.
I didn't either.
Good job. I mean, she's got to be the most fun
either.
Press secretary we've ever had. The way she pushes back and flips it on him. That's a great pick. That's fun stuff.
Yeah, I would never have seen that coming. But yeah, she's done a great job.
Yep.
All right, we got to show you this Ami Horowitz video. This is amazing. He's starting a petition.
Okay.
And
he's collecting signatures
collecting signatures to see who should come down. You know, there's a couple of different people he asks about, one of which is George Washington.
Uh-oh.
And of course, here's what people say.
I'm Ami Horowitz, and people are taking down statues, even George Washington's statue. Ostensibly, it's because he owned slaves. But is that the real reason? I did a social experiment to find out if they're true to their ideals.
Ami on the loose.
And this time,
I want to take down all statues of people who owned slaves in this country. I want to take down a George Washington statue in D.C. I want to take down all the statues of people in this country who own slaves. So I want to take down a George Washington statue.
Only too ready. and willing.
Here, brother.
Everybody.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you.
You still haven't taken this down?
No.
But I appreciate the whole movement.
Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah, George Washington.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Way down.
Boy, you are
Just our founding father. Just the father of the nation. Don't worry about it.
Jefferson.
Okay, thank you.
Listen to this.
Ooh, it's hot today, huh?
To take it down, right?
Yes, exactly.
Take it down.
Look
Down
at,
George,
look at how many
down
people
George
are just...
Washington statue because he owned slaves.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
Where do I sign?
As y'all should.
Yeah, man. It's up here.
Yeah.
What's behind this?
And then I want to take down a statue of Muhammad, the founder of Islam, because he also owned some slaves.
Okay, I don't want to find this.
Oh, you don't want to sign that.
Oh, okay.
But he also owned slaves, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he owned some slaves, too.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I can't do. Okay, only again. I'll do George Washington.
Oh, yeah, not the Muhammad one.
That is
Even though he owned slaves?
unbelievable. Not one of them so far.
Because he owned slaves, same as George Washington.
Yeah, I gotta go. Sorry.
Down the statue of Gandhi on 14.
Wow.
You cool signing the Muhammad one also?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I don't
I'm
know
good.
why people are signing this one, but not signing this one.
Look at the time.
2 reasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
One, if we're talking about the Prophet Muhammad,
Yeah.
that it's religious and it's an entire thing about religious freedoms and things. Then as for
What?
the first one,
But
it's
slavery is not part of religious freedom.
Right.
True.
True, but I'm still not going to sign that one because that's about a Muslim, and I can't. No. No. Now the white guy.
Yeah.
The white guy's got to go.
Sure.
Because he was only about slaves. That's the only thing I know about him.
Well, that and he's white.
And he's white. He owns slaves. Those are the only 2 things I know about George Washington, the indispensable man.
Oh, boy.
Wow, that might be the most powerful.
That's telling.
Person on the street segment yet. That is very, very telling. All right, let me take a minute and tell you about Omega XL. Got some pain? I know I do. And especially this latest pain that I had in my elbow that emanated down my arm and just really unpleasant. And I knew it was about inflammation. Didn't know what was causing, probably arthritis. But started taking Omega XL a couple of times a day. And after about a week, sometimes it takes about 2 weeks, but after about a week, I noticed it was starting to go away. And now I can slap that elbow and it doesn't hurt a bit. Backed by 35 years of research, Omega XL attacks the inflammation that causes your pain. It's fantastic. Pain relievers, topical rubs, you can use those. First of all, there's side effects. Secondly, sometimes they don't even do anything. So if you want a real solution for inflammation that's causing you pain, you got to try this. To get you started, order Omega XL right now, and you'll get a second bottle for free. Visit OmegaXL.com/Pat. Basically 50% off. You buy one bottle, you get a second for free. OmegaXL.com/Pat or 800-844-4888. 800-844-4888 or OmegaXL.com/Pat. Yep. And? I mean, that's it? I just returned?
That's it.
That's it. All
That's
right.
it.
Whatever. I thought,
you're getting...
maybe that was no indication as to whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, it's a social...
It just returns.
It's a social distancing intro.
Okay.
So we're trying to limit...
I see.
...how much we say.
Good. Okay. Let's see. We got some tweets here from Corey Pa. So what the Surgeon General is saying is that even they are clueless. Got it. Yep. Jeffy's 18 Spoons. Interviewer. Do you regret your initial stance on face masks? Surgeon General. I'm going to say whatever it takes right now to not get fired or suicided by the Clintons. Duct tape freak. Eminem rapping about COVID is like rapping about your wearing your seatbelt or brushing your teeth. I thought rap was supposed to be edgy. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Pew pew one pew. Can someone tell me why masks work everywhere except in prisons?
Oh, I just don't understand that.
California Did they just release another 8,000?
Yeah, they're in the process of releasing another 8,000 to go along with the 10,000 they've already released.
So we're up to 18,000 people released from prison in California?
Isn't that good?
Wow.
Well, that'll fix it. That'll fix it.
Yes, that'll fix a lot of social ills.
So we'll
just clear out the prisons. It's great.
We'll keep them from catching the COVID, but the rest of us will catch a knife in the back or a bullet to the head. Who knows?
I'm sure they'll be fine.
What?
Give them voting rights, too. That'll help a lot.
Oh, yeah. D.C. just allowed prisoners to vote.
Sure did. Just less than 2 weeks after one of the most prominent corporate sponsors urged him to change the name of his football team, Washington owner Daniel Snyder plans to announce the retirement of the name Redskins and reveal the new name today.
Yeah, they may not have that new name today because they're still working out some trademark issues, it appears.
Are they?
But they're definitely retiring
Redskins is gone.
Redskins today.
That's amazing. In 2013, so 7 years ago, Snyder said, this name will never change. We're not going to ever change it. I don't care what you put all the pressure you want on me. I'm not doing it. The name is a tribute to the first coach we had. You don't understand. The Native Americans aren't upset by it. Leave me alone. I'm not doing it. And he's doing it today. So there you go.
Money talks, right?
Yes.
That's what finally did it.
Yeah, that's what when FedEx jumped in there, I think it was Pepsi and somebody else. It was about $600 million worth of advertising, Nike, that were threatening them. That made him cave.
I'll change my name if you want to pay me $600 million.
What would you change? Yeah, really?
Well,
Would you change it to Butt Cheese?
Butt Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keith Butt Cheese.
Yeah, Pat Gray Unleashed.
Or
with
Butt
the
Cheese
other guy-
Melanek.
The other guy, Butt Cheese, in the corner over there.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
$600 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd do that, right?
Sure.
Heck yeah, for that kind of money? Yeah,
when the check clears, man, I am Butt Cheese.
I don't care. Sure. All right. So, also in light of all the COVID and the panic, because everybody's got this now, it spiked so much that all 330 million people now in the U.S. have it. If you think you don't have it, you do.
You're right.
You do. You have it.
It's over.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so it's just inevitable. If you don't have it today, then you'll probably have it by tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If not tomorrow, then by the next day for sure.
By Wednesday at the absolute latest.
Yeah. So we got to make some societal changes. One of those is we can't vote in person. We're going to vote by mail-in ballot, and that works out really well because there's no mistakes that can be made in the mail. We all know that. Right? Like the entity that received a ballot. A mail-in ballot was received by. Well, I'll let.
Yeah, let
the
often
reporter
being
explain.
reminded to vote. Some people are even getting flyers in the mail to register. But Ron and Carol Timms say there's no way their cat is going to the polls. When Ron Timms checked his mail Wednesday, he found something for Cody Timms. Cody doesn't get much mail. Cody is a cat. He died 12 years ago. The family keeps his ashes in this green container.
Not just a cat, a dead cat.
Loved his family,
Aw.
loved the neighborhood.
Listen.
He was 18 and a half when he passed away.
So the Timms were surprised and a bit amused when they saw what came in the mail.
We have a voter registration application for Cody Timms.
It even came with a return envelope.
How'd this happen? I mean, it's not reality. He's a cat.
And
Here he is.
Dead.
And he's been dead for a long time.
Carol Timms understands that in this election year, there's a huge push to get people to the polls.
There's a huge push. But if they're trying to register cats, I'm not quite sure who else they're trying to register.
Right. Thank you.
I don't know
Thank
if they're
you.
registering.
I'm sure that's the only mistake they've made.
dogs.
Yeah, but just live dogs. They haven't sent any ballots to dead
Right.
dogs yet.
Let's be
Just
clear.
live
Right.
dogs will be going to the
Exactly.
polls. Well, they don't have to go to the poll. They just fill it out at home and mail it in, and a dog can easily do that. Now, the cat could have done that if the cat were living. But, of course, the cat's been dead and is now in a box of ashes. So that cat will not be voting this year.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, it's on the up and up, right? I mean, Tim
Yeah.
Pool, he got a ballot for someone that doesn't even live at his house. So that's, I mean, these are probably the only two isolated incidents.
It's happened twice.
Right.
Shut up.
And a mail carrier in West Virginia just changed some votes.
3 times.
He changed some votes before he mailed it in.
What do you think we're perfect?
Yeah.
Of course, there's going to be some discrepancies. There's only 3 out of 330 million people. Come on.
I mean, beyond that, though, that's it. That's the only...
Yeah, well, tens of thousands of dead people in Chicago still voting. Illegal immigrants all over the country.
Beyond that, do you have any other examples?
One of my G-odds are those fake ads that make it look like they come from People Magazine or Fox News or wherever. I just saw one that Sean Hannity has a new ED, erectile dysfunction pill that he came up with. And it's...
like he's in the lab working or something?
Yeah, it's like 90% cheaper and 5 times more effective than the second leading pill.
So 20 hours.
So I brought it with me today, and it's gone. It's been like replaced with a different story on Sean. So I wonder if he shut that down already. That's pretty great because... You know, the stuff about Bill O'Reilly's brain pill, I still see that sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
I wonder if Hannity's got really good lawyers and they shut him down instantly.
Mm-hmm.
It was replaced, the erectile dysfunction pill was replaced with some story about him dating Ainsley Earhart.
Replaced?
So I don't know if that's true either.
Huh.
But, so
Well,
there you
then.
go. Yeah. I hope he was able to shut that down, and maybe he'll be able to shut this other thing down, too, because I don't know how they get away with that. How do they get away with the lies? Just flat out, unadulterated lies. It's really bizarre. And I guess it's because they move around so much, and you can't seem to find them when you're trying to prosecute them or put a stop to them. So, I don't know. 888-900-3393. Also, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. In the NBA, they have come up with a whole bunch of different social justice phrases that they're going to wear on the back of their jerseys soon. LeBron James says he's not going to wear any of them because he didn't like any of them, I guess. No disrespect to that list that was handed down to all the players, he said, but I commend anyone that decides to put something on the back of their jersey. It's just something that didn't seriously resonate with my mission, with my goal, he said. As part of the NBA's recognition of the social justice movement sparked by the death of George Floyd, NBA players are allowed now to choose from a lengthy list of possible messages for their jerseys. And I guess now that he has said he's not going to wear any of them, they said, well, you can change it to whatever you want because he's LeBron James. And they want him to be able to participate in this wonderful thing. The list is, here's what they can use. Black Lives Matter. Say their names. Vote. I can't breathe. Justice, peace, equality, freedom. Enough. Power to the people. Justice now. Say her name. Si se puede. Liberation. See us, hear us, respect us, love us.
Oh, wait, that's not all one.
No,
that would
those
just
are all
wrap
separate.
around the whole back of the jersey.
Right, those are all separate.
Okay.
Listen to us, stand up, Chuck. Wait a minute, what am I saying, Chuck? You're a cripple. Never mind, sit back down. Bless your heart. Ally, anti-racist. I am a man. Speak up. How many more? Group economics. Education reform and mentor.
Group economics?
Yeah. What is that?
Man, if I
you know
had
what that is?
Yeah.
That's about creating a black economy. That's what it is. It's a group of people who get together and support their own. I'll bet you.
Yeah,
that's about black supporting blacks.
That's that,
and creating a separate deal for themselves.
We talked about myblackreceipt.com.
That's what that is.
That's
Yep.
That's segregation 2020 style.
Right.
Is what that is.
Yes, exactly. And we all know full well that the term social justice, that's long been it's been hijacked by socialists. And it's come to be synonymous with Marxist principles. Si se puede is all about, that's a cry for allowing illegal immigration to continue unabated. Black Lives Matter, if you're talking about the group, that's a Marxist group who wants to destroy the Western nuclear family.
Okay, but that's just a conspiracy theory from what I'm hearing.
Well, on their website.
I'm sorry?
On their website.
They have a website?
They have a website.
Yeah.
Is that what people are saying? It's a conspiracy theory?
No.
Probably is.
Yeah, I mean, they're just saying. I was just thinking of the rapper we had the quotes from last week, when he was being interviewed. And he was trying to reference the website, and the interviewer was like, they have a website? Yeah, man, what are you doing?
Is there a website? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because when I looked at Black Lives BLM leader, the key people there's no leader that's listed, but the key people that are listed is Sean King, DeRay McKeeson, and Jonetta.
By the way, Sean King is white.
Those people don't run Black Lives Matter. Although they might be the face right now, they're not the ones calling the shots.
Thank you. All right. That's Lord Jamar, who said all kinds of great things last week.
I'm not no Black Lives Matter supporter.
You're not?
No.
You're not?
Why not?
What?
Because it's not our movement.
What do you
This
mean?
is a movement that was given to us by George Soros and his boys.
No. What? Thank you, Lord Jamar.
Because they saw how things were going, and they didn't want it to go back to the 60s to where we start having our own organic movements. That was a big fucking problem for them. So let's give the people a movement that we can control. We'll provide them the leaders and all of this type of shit. And
this guy's brilliant.
Yeah. That's what Black Lives Matter is.
There you
go. Thank you.
The leaders of Black Lives Matter.
Are there leaders?
Oh, yeah.
Are there leaders?
These lesbian women who are trying to incorporate, LG, whatever the letters are, incorporate their concerns into black people's concerns.
Right.
Go to the website. Look it up.
Thank you. There is a website? Yeah, and then and they do that. And then they go down that road.
I know that when you try to do the hashtag Black Lives Matter now on Twitter, the first thing to autocomplete is Black Trans Lives Matter.
Seriously?
So there's that happening.
Wow.
But what was the other NBA jersey option? It was education reform?
Yeah.
That's one of the options for real? What are they?
Yeah.
Are we talking about maybe empowering black families who want to send their kids to charter schools but aren't allowed to? Thank you, Barack Obama.
No, I'm sure that's not what we're talking about.
That's not?
Yeah, we tried to do that already.
I want my jersey to say homeschool. But seriously, if you had to pick one of those, if you had to, gun to your head, I think the only one that I could stomach would just be freedom.
Freedom, I could do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so the NBA starting back up on July 30th, right? So you got baseball July 23rd, NBA July 30th, hockey August 1st. So they're coming back, right? And then they'll show college football, Pat. See?
And by the way,
this can be done.
Pac-12, Friday afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
Shut everything down. Well, except for their conference play. So, just as we predicted, it was going to happen. The Big Ten did it, and so did the Pac-12 immediately. And just like that, BYU's out 5 games. And, other conferences may follow suit. All conferences will probably follow suit.
Yeah, you got the SEC commissioner saying, boy, I don't know. It's
Really?
looking bad for football this year. Would you shut up?
Jeez. Well, it is, though. I mean, it is.
I still want them to shut up about it.
I do, too.
Don't speak it into existence.
I think they already have.
No, stop it.
Because the first person that gets it, what are you going to do? You're going to stop. You're going to stop because you're going to be afraid everybody's going to get it. You don't want to be responsible. You don't want lawsuits. And you're going to say, okay, just shut it down. It's not worth it.
So we've already determined, though, that by Wednesday, every American will have had COVID-19.
Yes.
So by August 1st, we'll all be out of the woods.
We should be through it. Yeah,
so,
we should be
by
through
the
it.
end of July, we're good, y'all.
Yeah, if there's a season, again, my team is going to be playing Liberty University
2 or 3 times.
UConn 2 or 3 times. New Mexico State.
I mean, you can
look out for those Aggies, man.
Right.
When the Aggies and Cougars get together, you throw out all the record books. Is it going to be 52-0 or 59-14? I don't know. That's It's that tenuous. You just don't know. You don't know.
What a nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, UMass. I can't forget UMass.
Right.
The powerful UMass Minutemen. So that'll
4
be great.
teams, 3 times each.
And Nebraska, at least they play their conference schedule.
Yeah.
You know, they have a decent season to look forward to. I got nothing.
Well,
and I don't know how that works.
I
at the
think
end
you'll
of
be
the year.
invited. I think you'll be invited into
To
some.
what? Are they going? Oh, there was talk about, somebody wrote an article about bringing Notre Dame and BYU into the Big 12. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Now, Notre Dame's not going to do that because they got the ACC arrangement. But if they could bring BYU and somebody else, Boise State, get them out of the Mountain West for a while. I don't know. I don't know who you bring in. It would have to be another independent, and they don't want anybody. But
Good a time as any to remind everyone that don't forget to thank China for all of the inconveniences in your world.
And just turning everything upside down and inside out.
By the way, show all these folks what it's all about.
By the way, we were talking about the couple in St. Louis that went out to defend their property with their guns. He had an AR-15. She had, I don't know, a Glock or something, and it was a handgun of some kind. The authorities in St. Louis showed up at their house, and the 2 attorneys just let them in and showed them where the guns are. They didn't have to ransack the house, but they confiscated their guns. Based on what, I'd like to know? Have they been charged with a crime? Have they actually been charged?
Well, we'll look this up. The McCloskeys?
Yeah. I don't think they've been charged with anything because they were defending their property. That's the castle doctrine, which they have in Missouri.
Yeah,
From my understanding, was they have a castle doctrine.
Yeah, they weren't charged. Yeah.
So what are you doing taking their guns from them?
No joke.
And these are both attorneys. Now I think they're personal injury attorneys, but still, you can't take their guns from them. Were they a little bit awkward with their guns? Yes. Did they point them at people and each other? Yes. Did they brandish their guns in a very inappropriate way? Yeah, they did. But still, they have the right to come out and defend their property. Nobody was shot. They didn't fire them, not once. And so when authorities show up and confiscate their guns, I mean, I don't even know how is that? It's not constitutional. What are you doing? So we'll keep an eye on that.
Anybody been charged with trespassing or destroying property like they bent over that iron gate?
Sure doesn't look like it, no. Doesn't look like it. And Mark McCloskey said the mob was threatening and committing acts of terrorism and social intimidation. They smashed down his gate to the private gated community and were trespassing on their property. So you got 500 people tromping through your property. You don't know what they're doing, what they're going to do. You've seen on TV what mobs like this have done in the past. So naturally, you'd be a little concerned. But I mean, look at that. There's a picture where they're pointing it at each other.
Oh, no.
Hello. Boy. So, not exactly brilliant gun safety, but you still shouldn't take their guns from them. 888-900-3393. It's 2020, and every day brings on something new and crazy, but you can always count on us to be here and cover it. And now there's more ways to watch us than ever before.
Lots of ways.
You subscribe and hit the notification bell on
YouTube.com/Pat Gray.
Subscribe to the podcast. Watch our 24/7 Blaze Live limited stream on Pluto TV.
Yeah, channel 250.
Or even better, become a subscriber of Blaze TV and get unlimited access and exclusive content. At Blaze TV, we're everywhere you are. Get connected, subscribe, and join the party because who knows what 2020 will bring us next.
Oh, every day. It's like a box of chocolates.
Seriously crazy. Absolutely nuts. Something really sad that happened last week. We lost a really good friend, Jay Severin. Died at the age of 69. Such a good guy. He passed away after battling cancer. He was a giant force in political talk in New England before spending years as a host here on The Blaze. Glenn said Jay was one of the rare talents that could not only see beyond the headline, but had empathy to understand it and how it affected the listener. He was a good man, and I'm a better one for having known him.
Yeah, what's so weird
nice.
is that he tweeted out on May 23rd that he was cancer-free, according to his doctor.
On May 23rd?
Yeah, and
oh, man.
then died suddenly.
Ugh.
That's
really sad.
I hate it. Yep.
So we'll definitely miss him. 888-900-3393. Axios says that we're losing the war against COVID-19.
Dr. Axios?
Yeah, Axios.
Okay.
Sam Baker from Axios. By any standard, no matter how you look at it, the U.S. is losing its war against the coronavirus. Pandemic is not an abstraction, and it is not something that's simmering in the background. It's an ongoing emergency ravaging nearly the entire country. Well, yeah, we just estimated that everybody's going to have it by Wednesday.
Wednesday, close of business Wednesday. If you don't have
everybody has
COVID-19, then you're lying.
Yeah, you might as well have a COVID-19 party and just get it because everybody has it. With a loss of life equivalent to a September 11th every 3 days for 4 months and counting. Okay. I'm not sure that's true. The part that really baffles me is the complete lack of interest in doing anything to achieve the goals we all agree on, according to Ashish Jha, the director of Global Health Institute at Harvard. Everyone wants to be able to safely reopen schools and see their friends and leave their house. To do those things safely, you have to get the virus under control, but much of America is talking and planning like victors at the precise moment we're in the throes of defeat. Are we? 7 times over the past 2 weeks, the U.S. has set a record for the most cases in a single day. Well, we explained some of that to you. They're using old cases. They're using people who haven't been tested.
It is such a loose standard. It's
sure
pathetic.
is.
Pathetic.
It's really questionable what's going on. And then they want us to trust everything, all of this information.
Yeah,
We're just supposed to believe it.
Watch the video of the doctor at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. If you have 7 minutes today, you can see how this works. It's fun. Is that the word for it? Fun? Yep, we're going with fun.
Okay, all right. Because that isn't the word I'd necessarily use.
Well, I mean, there's another word I could have used there that has similar letters, but it's a crazy time right now. That's for sure.
It is.
Fun.
In fact, let's just share the guy who juggles Rubik's Cubes just for fun.
Oh, the guy that you and I are going to hate?
Yeah.
Watch this.
This guy apparently, watch.
Watch this,
see what
man.
he does.
He's going to juggle 3 Rubik's Cubes. As you can see, they are all jumbled up, like when you start. And he's juggling them, and he's changing them as he's juggling them.
That's impossible.
So that when he's done after 45 seconds, he likes to silently brag at the camera and show us that all 3 Rubik's Cubes have been solved.
You got to be kidding me. While he's juggling.
What a jerk.
That's unbelievable.
What a jerk.
All right, let's see it.
Here he comes.
Show me. Okay, that's CGI right there.
That's got to be CGI, right? I'm with you on that. No way. There's just no way.
Is that possible that he could have done that?
I mean, it's impossible just to even solve it, period. But then juggle 3 and solve 3 at the same time?
And flip him around while you're juggling? Come on!
Okay, it's either CGI or he's a jerk for being able to do that. Okay?
Yes.
Because you and I, we spent our lives... We've spent every day, well, that's not true. We've spent since the 80s trying to figure them out here and there. Impossible.
I gave up in the 80s.
I was going to say I gave up long about early 90s.
So
nope. I mean, I did one time start moving some stickers around on it. You know? It's like, there, I solved it. Well, what's all this sticky residue all over my Rubik's Cube? Shut up. Anyway, that guy.
Oh, man.
It's impressive.
888-900-3393. Also, the Radio Hall of Fame nominations are out again, and Glenn is on them, so please get out and vote for Glenn.
Nice.
You just do this online. You don't have to.
Where do we go? Do you know? Got to put you on the spot.
That's a good question.
I want to look it up real quick. You
all
talk.
Right. Spoken word on-air personality Glenn Beck of the Glenn Beck Show Premier Networks. He is listed at the top of that list. There's also John and Ken from the John and Ken Show, KFI Los Angeles. Stephanie Miller, and I love this one. Wait, don't tell me on NPR. Not even a person. It's a show that I guess has been on NPR for a while. Wait, don't tell me.
Wait, don't tell me the name of the show. Tell me. What is it?
It's wait, don't tell me. So you can vote for that one, too.
Who's on first? Hold on a second. So I went to RadioHallOfFame.com. Interesting that Foreigner not listed. No, so I went to RadioHallOfFame.com, and voting starts today. So I don't think it's gone active yet, but when it does,
cool. It starts today.
Yeah.
All right.
So we will...
so get on there and vote for Glenn today, because he was nominated last year and somehow didn't make it. So come on, please. I mean, you should see some of the people who are in that. Jeez. I mean, there's some really deserving ones. I noticed that in the long-standing local regional, Mark and Brian from KLOS Los Angeles. Anybody in Los Angeles knows Mark and Brian. Awesome. Just a great, legendary show. Bobby Rich from KFMB in San Diego. Bob Rivers of KJR. He did all those great parody songs in the 90s, those Christmas songs. And Donnie Simpson in Washington, D.C. You can vote for those guys, too, whoever you feel like. But definitely get on and vote for Glenn, if you would. Because, I mean, seriously, who was it last year? Maybe it was Mark Levin, which, he deserves it. But before that, I can't remember who it was. It was a Fabulous Sports Babe.
Oh, yeah.
The Fabulous Sports Babe gets in, but not Glenn Beck? Come on now. Okay.
But, I mean...
Come on.
It's the Fabulous.
I know.
Sports
She's
babe.
fabulous.
It's not just a sports babe. It's the Fabulous.
And being fabulous, she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, right?
That was not a good show.
So, the Fabulous Sports Babe? What? You did not just say that.
Sure. The Fabulous Sports Babe was not a good show.
Oh, wow. Wow. All right.
Just saying. Oh, you want to...
Yeah, I want to spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel?
I want to spin the wheel of cancel once.
Wheel
of cancel
story number 4. Pat, tell them what they've won.
4. You've won fabulous everyday phrases and words that have racist connotations and must be canceled.
What words are we getting out of our society now?
Well, from the world of real estate, Keith. Master bedrooms and master bathrooms have got to go.
Bedrooms, master bathrooms, get out! You've been canceled.
Also, blacklist and whitelist have got to go.
Get out!
In sports, the Masters Tournament.
Get out!
Because when you think of the Masters Tournament, you think of people who own slaves.
Sure
Am I
do.
Right?
Sure do, Pat.
In
What
the
else?
arts, this is unbelievable.
Oh, no. What?
Peanut Gallery.
Get out!
I don't know why. No comments from the Peanut Gallery implies that a certain group of commentators is rowdy or uninformed, and it's where the black people typically sit.
Of course.
Does anybody know that?
Get out!
Nobody knows
What
that.
else we got, Pat?
In law, grandfathered in.
Get out!
In everyday speech, cakewalk.
Get out! Wait, what? Cakewalk?
Cakewalk. In everyday speech, lynch mob. Gotta go.
Get out!
Another one, uppity.
Get out!
Gotta go. Black ball and black mark.
Get out!
Soul down the river.
Get out!
Bye.
Only on the Blaze Radio Network.